Hello YouTube, this is ChrisMan958, and I am about to start my second LP, Pokemon White. The only reason I can do this is because of my friend Ryan, who is doing a Let's Play of Pokemon Black. There will be differences between the two of our versions, and we are not the most knowledgeable about these games, and will occasionally make mistakes, and I just don't have any real strategy to this. I'm going to be playing half blind as last time I played. I don't remember a whole lot of it. And as with every Pokemon game, we start out with the professor telling us what Pokemon are and introducing us to the world of Pokemon, telling us that they come in many different shapes and sizes, and some people battle, some people show them off, some people have them do jobs. Pokemon are used for just about everything. And most Pokemon game asks you if you are a boy or a girl. I, very obviously, it should be, am a boy. My name, it shouldn't be too hard to guess. It is Chris. Things may take a little bit to enter, as I'm trying to keep it so my hands do not get in the way of the picture. And yes, my name is Chris. Why they ask you if you if you were right or wrong with the name, I have no idea. But if my hand gets in the way, I apologize. This is Sharon, I'll just say Sharon, and he is one of your two rivals in this game. Now, most games only have one rival, and you get to name them. This one has two, and they are automatically named for you. The second one is Bianca. Each one of you will get one of the three starter Pokemon, but I will get into that when we get there. It is springtime. Now, in Pokemon Black and White, there is a season system. Every month is a season. So you will get each season 3 times in the year. Now, there is a present on a desk, and these will contain our Pokemon. Bianca apparently shows up late, even though we're all living like 10 feet from each other. Amazing how you can be late for something when you're that close together. And we were both waiting for her before we picked the Pokemon. I get first pick, and you have a choice between the fire That was just a letter saying that we have Pokemon. You have a choice between the Fire Pokemon Tepig, the Grass-type Snivy, which I used in my last playthrough of this, but I will be using Oshawott this time, the Water Pokemon of this region. Now, I already have somewhat of a team figured out, but it is subject to change and will not be permanent in any way. Bianca will always pick the one that is weak to you. Sharon will always take the one that is strong to you. Now, for whatever reason, Bianca wants to have a battle. And we just got him, and we're in my room. She is not expecting them to do much to the house. These first fights are not going to be much to look at. Now, you start out with 2 moves. But for these fights, you might as well just use the one attacking move you have. The other one is a stat reducing. And I'm a little behind on this battle here, but I got a critical hit, which increases the damage of that specific hit and waives any status or any stats that have been reduced. Those will not be changed at all for that hit. As you can see, that one critical from Tackle did over half to my opponent. Their Tackle did, not too much, maybe 6. So I'll just continue tackling. And apparently it is a speed tie right now. I will easily win this fight, as I still have a little over half health, which would be half in this specific case, because you can't have half of a health point. I am very surprised that I got a crit in the first fight, and as you can see, that one fight trashed my room. Thank you, Bianca. And she's just noticing what happened to my room. Sorry about my room. And Sharon healed both my Pokemon and Bianca's. And now I will be fighting Sharon. I think I may occasionally switch between Sharon and Sharon. It doesn't really matter to me right now. These first fights, not very entertaining. Finding a way to counter all my weaknesses may take some getting used to. I am not a strategist. I just pick ones I like and go with it. There are moves that will do different amounts of damage, have different effects, but there is no point in getting into them right now. I'm actually kind of surprised at how well I did on these 2 fights. And why did you lower my stats when you could have just attacked me? sometimes the CPUs are just plain idiots. But we just won our first 2 battles. And now we're leaving the room. Who's gonna clean this up? I sure don't want to. Probably won't have to unless my mom does it for me. Oh look, everyone's here, even my mom. Okay, so she'll take care of it. Good luck, that's going to be quite a bit for you to clean up. And we're going to the professor's house. Very entertaining commentary, isn't it? I'm not the best. Apparently our mom can hear our battle from downstairs. Yeah, after battles, you should let your Pokemon heal up. And we get our first item, the X Transceiver. It is used as like a phone in this game. The main way of travel will be walking, but we will be able to run later, and as we get to more cities, fly around from town to town. Now, I guess we have to go to Bianca's house. And like I said, I don't remember a whole lot of this, so I'm going to be half doing this blind. I will remember parts, but not a lot. Her father does not want her to be a Pokemon trainer. I see no problem with being a Pokemon trainer, as like every 10-year-old in the Pokemon world becomes one. Or not every 10-year-old, but most. Now, in every Pokemon game, you see the professor of the region before setting out on your journey. Apparently, she knows we have already had a battle with our Pokemon, and I don't want to nickname right now, as I'm not very original or good with nicknames right now. If given some time, I might think of some decent nicknames, but don't hold your breath on that. In every region, the professor of that region will give you a Pokédex. The Pokédex is a device that records the information of every Pokemon you see and more data on the ones you catch. We are told to go to Route 1, but looking at the time, we don't have enough time, so I will see you in the next episode.